Hey, I'm Andy, and this is the Banner Saga, and this is for the Game Pass. And I know it rolled into the Banner Saga 3, but I haven't played the first two, so figured might as well start with the first one and then go sequentially up to the third. And I've heard good things about it, I just haven't had it for some reason, and I haven't really played. I've seen stuff for it, seems like a tactics game, which is really cool, but anyways, let's just dive right into it with the new game. The story in the Banner Saga changes based on the choices. You'll occasionally switch between lead characters, witnessing the story from unfold from different perspectives. Alright, the gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped: the sun. Alright.
Að sjá dreggjana á ferli neðanvor.
Should I have turned subtitles on? Oh,
It has
never
been
mind.
several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand, largest of the trade cities on the Val-human borders, and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun simply came to a stop in the sky. Though during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way. Some of the men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this year's rounds.
I wonder why the sun stopped.
We have been warned by stranded travelers about brigands on the path through Ridgehorn.
Maybe it'll be
our
explained
road
in the
home.
story.
Our captain seems unconcerned. Perhaps he is as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Komið skjótt! Komið í höllina miklu! Skýst ég leyfa oss að syngja!
That don't look good. Alright. Oh, so we're actually the big people. Alright. You've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they've bargained for. Drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the check mark to continue. Alright. I don't think we can rotate the screen, but we can zoom in, zoom out. These portraits show the order of initiative, taking turns from left to right. Your allies are blue, enemies red. It's your turn to act. So movement happens before action. The ring shows your shield banger is active. Also, this ring right here. The blue tiles show where you can move. Some characters fill more tile than others because we take up a 2x2. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl who take up 4 tiles each, while humans fill up a single tile. This can have a huge impact on your strategy. Click the tile you want to move to, then click the check mark to confirm. Move your shield banger here. Alright. Check mark. Click on the tile in which they stand. Ally tiles are blue, enemy are red. Target this enemy by now clicking this tile. You can choose to attack either the enemy's strength or break his armor. Numbers between each icon, 2 and then 5, show the damage you do to each stat. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you will now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0... Oh, a battle system that makes sense. Okay. Armor blocks strength damage but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you open them to make more damage in the future. Alright, let's do the strength attack because it tells us to do the strength attack. Gain a renown. Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your character. Alright, so it's like experience. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate even if you are... Oh, neat. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your shield banger's high armor. Alright, now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range for these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. It's a limited resource, so use it wisely. Oh, so it's the gold tiles. And 1 willpower per gold tile. Alright. Red pulsing tiles beneath your enemies show how close you'll have to get before you be in range. Alright. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him unique advantage. Alright, I'll click on the tile. Bring up the purple ability. Alright, so it's a whirlwind. Select the enemy and confirm, so it's going to attack all things around. So it really doesn't matter if I attack 1 or 2. Pillage. That may quickly order the chieftain's bodyguards. When there's only 1 enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Click the initiative to see how the order has changed. Alright, now we get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. Alright. Willpower can be boosted. Click on the chieftain's tile to attack. Click on the fist, and then the stars above the fist to add willpower. Oh, that star. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. So I guess this is the exertion stat. No, I'll just turn it on. The foe's lying dead at your... Oh. Alright, pretty simple tutorial.
Rabbit wolf, that one. How did it come to this? We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man and var slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose. All we've done is traded one struggle for another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. 12 families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants, both north and south of the city, strangling trade, quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his lust. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows a new head. I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll gladly send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any men you need. They're loyal. I promise you that. They will meet you down in the proving grounds.
Chapter 1. Only the sun has stopped. I wonder if that's really true of everyone we get to recruit will be loyal. You're approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you're leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. Eric, steward of Strand, I manage the governor's business. Reuben, isn't it? It is. The governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. What did you have in mind? Scalflings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The guilder just wants to make sure they stay down. I was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. There's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. Click the mark. Oh, so adventuring is on a 2D plane. All right. So so this is the Great Morale, renown date. Oh, we have 100 days of supplies. All right, and options. Apparently, there's gamepad settings, but I mean, I think tactics is more suited for mouse and keyboard. But let's just. Is it on? No, it was on. Obviously. Let's go for 10. Let me handle this. You meander through rows of open-faced houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking to an idiot. The Scalfling's chieftain bled out over about an hour ago. Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's going to try and kill you this time. They don't talk to me. Need some help here? I had a change of heart. I hope you do give us a hard time. I think I read that right. That's what's visibly fumbling with some dirty trinkets on his table. Wait, just buy one of these. If everybody thinks I'm getting worked over every week, how am I supposed to know much? Just a little food money, yeah? Yeah, why not? You toss a sliver of silver on the table. Both men look at you with surprise. Hat gestures meekly to a variety of junk from his stall. Take whatever you like. Only thing I like is the name of a place. Nobleman up by East Wall. But that was months ago, last I know. Hat skulks away with a wave of Eric's hand, gathering things from his hovel. Disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Are we done here? Were you wearing green? Were you wearing green? Was he wearing green? No, just bought him while you were okay. You look like a frog. Sure, they look good. I'm glad you care. He goes off to look at more stalls. That man of yours seems unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be scalfing. Or scalfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a meat hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls in the ground. I'm gonna find him. I'll meet you here. Oh, I'll meet you there. Alright. So we have an approach of some sort. What a luxury. One you've already mopped up worse today. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Alright, so where do we go? Oh, the mead house. You arrive in front of what must be nobleman. A few minutes later, Eric appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out. Eric says over his shoulder, ready? Yeah, let's get it over with. That's the spirit. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eric is already at the head of the table with his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken scalfings scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead signs in the process. Time for battle. This seems like an interesting game so far. Alright, so I guess we do control all four. So I guess we can reorganize as needed. Oh, there's some on the right side too. Might as well send one there. I was hoping for more of a fight than this. Alright, so let's just move here. And stone wall. Block damage to strengthen armor for 1 round. Yeah, let's do that. Let's play defensive. Apparently gives willpower to, at any range. 2 willpower. Alright. Let's give that to that. I like the animations. Yeah, we resisted. Alright, let's pummel this. Alright, let's do bashed armor. Let's move here. And Tempest doesn't seem worth it right now. Let's just do a normal attack. Alright. Oh, you're trying to break my armor. Alright, let's attack that. 6 damage. That seems pretty good. Go over here. And attack. 1 or 2? Let's go with 2. Oh, he's gonna get attacked, isn't he? Oh, no, the giant is. Okay. See if we go here. Oh, we can't. Oh, we don't have an ability for that. Alright. Let's just attack. 3. Ow. Let's move over here and attack this person for 11. Alright. Let's just move here and attack this person for 4 and removing him from combat. No, he's hurt. Alright, so just move over here. So we can rally, but it doesn't. Let's not rally, let's just attack for 4. Oh, he's at 3 health. I don't like that. Let's move him over here. And we'll attack. Oh, 70%. Never mind. We don't. Oh, we have to attack anyways. What? What was that? Let's do it. Oh, he's gonna get attacked too. But it says only strike adjacent enemies in a spin attack. So let's see if this works. Oh. Can I? It said enemies, but oh. Can I take that turn back? Is there an undo? No, there's no undo. Oh well. Can I move? Alright. Achievement, Raid Master. Defeat an enemy, okay. Defeat an enemy with the Warhawk. Promotion, tempered by blinded pain resolve. Okay. That screen goes by pretty fast. Does he get revived? There they are, gods be damned. I got to go wash off this blood. Eric is looking out the hall's windows onto the bay. A fleet of longships approaches with sails of bold reds and blues. One banner I know well, Volknir. Volknir. Next for Varl kingship last we spoke. The other flag looks important. Yeah, important guess. See what I deal with all day long? Things make it a little more I can't read. You hoped I have a stake in saying everything's fine here when the royal guests arrive? Not me, the governor. Now I have to make sure there are no rotting bodies or pools of entrails still in the Great Hall before they come by. Can I ask for one more favor? What is it? If you happen to stall our guests down on the docks, I wouldn't object. Maybe I will. Eric and Valgard hustle from the meat house. To his credit, Eric tosses the barkeep a spar of silver for the mess. He gives an apologetic shrug and go to greet the new arrivals down at the docks. Alright, to the docks. Volknir. A familiar Varl steps onto the docks. In your mind, you recall a much younger virgin trampling the halls of Grolfheim, abundant in purpose. Gods, Ubin, you're looking ancient. Comes with being old, and if there is Volknir, there must be Hakon. Must there? Still bleeding tributes from the poor and stupid old yaks? At what age do you lose a sense of shame? Jorunder demands it. I'll take that over lingering to death in Grolfheim. Speaking of, I had no sense that you were so far from home. Just returned from Arberang, in fact. I'm glad for it. Hakon motions to the other ships in the bay, sails still fluttering. Golden Wolfhead emblazoned on red, the king of men, or someone on his behalf. The king's whelp. The king's son, Ludin. Don't you know Scrivener? We visit his capital, he visits ours. It's how you make alliances these days. It's a miserable waste of time. Yes, Hakon has it. I'd almost forgotten. It's a good thing you're around, Hakon. Then you're going to Grolfheim? I have the distinct feeling I've finished my business in Strand. I was heading there myself. We should caravan. We should. Give it a day. In better circumstances, I'd drink a week away, but... let's just be done. Find me tomorrow at the gates. What's he trying to say is the prince is a delight to behold. Where's Moger? Hakon, have him find a place to put up the warriors. I'm heading up to meet the governor. Host the giants depart in his wake. You recognize a few, others are strangers to you. Guess I'm off to find Moger. See you in the morning, Scrivener. The young prince of men ambles from his ship. He brushes off his tunic, scanning the beach with low eyelids. Ludin looks for all the world the sort of boy who grew up pulling the legs from spiders. The long road back to Grolfheim should be more interesting than most years, you think? Alright, seems interesting so far. Weariness suddenly settles in and you chuckle to yourself about what an odd day it has been. One of the governor's men at the Great Hall could find you a place to sleep. On the other hand, if you're going to join Volknir's caravan tomorrow, it might not hurt to share a drink with Hakon or introduce yourself to the prince they spoke so highly of. Alright, can I see my party? No, I cannot see my party. Click a talk icon to converse with one of your heroes. Is this the right place? You find the prince at an inn. Guards blanket the building, including a sharp-eyed Varl who must be working for Ludin. A woman in red eventually waves you over and stands nearby, arms crossed. Greetings, Prince Ludin. Yes, you're the Volknir? I don't remember you. Not exactly. I've known Volknir a long time. I'll be joining you back to Grolfheim with my guards. or with the guards. Ludin looks up for the first time. The woman doesn't react. Why? I work for the king, carrying tithes to the capital. I crossed by chance. Oh, a tax collector. Fine company. What do you want? Just want to introduce myself. You collect taxes for the Varl territories? A true pleasure. Yes. Awkwardness hangs in the air like a thick fog. You take the opportunity to depart. Alright. Oh, we could have gone to the Great Hall. I didn't see that. Scrivener. You find Hakon in a meat house surrounded by the other Varl. Strand is no stranger to Varl, but rarely sees this many. Hakon waves you over. Went straight for a flagon? Vognier's the one who agreed to pass up a drink. I wasn't invited to the governor's hall anyway. You already missed the massacre. Every year I make the rounds collecting taxes. Every year it's the human settlements that give me trouble. No surprise. What's this time? When I got here, the Great Hall was already full of bodies. We added a few more. Heh, humans. I guess if I only lived as long as a Yawk's fart, I might be desperate to make something of myself too. It's not too late to start trying, Hakon. Hakon let slip a low chuckle. Any Varl could recount his deeds, known as he is for cutting a swaddle through dredge at Vognier's side in the Second War, and regularly since then. Alright? Down here, I'm a glorified bodyguard. You might have a point. Just another reason to get back to Grofheim. Soon enough, I imagine. You drink until the meat house becomes overbearing, then step back into the cool air outside. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave that there for the first episode. I wasn't expecting to talk that much, but I guess it seems like it's one of those games that has a lot of text, which I don't mind. But yeah, it seems pretty interesting so far. I accidentally got one of my party killed, but hopefully he'll be fine in the next battle, maybe. I don't know how death works or resurrection works in this game yet, so I'm just gonna do... You can't save? Why can't you save? You can load. I guess it doesn't autosave, but anyways, this has been the Banner Saga. I'm going to continue this more for the Game Pass Gauntlet. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.